So, a couple of concepts that I wanted to bring into your world as I'm having this conversation is that there is always a greater possibility that will create greater for you, create greater for the world, and allow you to prosper energetically, prosper financially. But what we've got to do is we've got to get used to exploring those possibilities, okay? And how do we do that? By asking questions like, what is possible beyond this reality that I never thought was possible? Or what choices do I have here that are beyond this reality that I thought were not possible? And what choices can I make that nobody else can? Because you have unique awarenesses interacting with you in the world that allow you to have a unique set of choices available, and not just a set, but a unique universe of choices available that others may not get. In fact, others probably don't. And you probably made yourself wrong because nobody else got it. And then you stop choosing. You get what I'm talking about. Hello, beautiful people. This is Dr. Dane. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness. What a great pleasure it is to be with you from the resort we are building in Costa Rica called El Lugar. And it means the place. Its name is from a book that my best friend Gary wrote that is about being in communion with each other and the planet. And I could think of no better time to introduce that concept to you than while being here. There was a sunset that I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not, but check out how beautiful it is here. Okay, now even where we have these homes, here's an interesting part is as the buildings are going up, it's interesting because the land does not look raped. Okay, it doesn't look taken from, and it's actually still got the sense of space and actually feels even better as these buildings are going up, which is definitely different. Let's put it that way. And in fact, if you look under, not under, but you see the bottom of the casita there, the first people that we had were like, yeah, we're just going to shave off, we're going to remove the first 3 feet of topsoil all over the resort, and then we're going to build on top of that. We went, no, you're not. We're going to, whoa! I just got rid of my microphone. There's a little technical difficulty moment. Just give me a moment with my technical difficulties. Hold on. There we go. Okay, microphone is back. And we said, actually, no, we're not. We're going to build it on pylons. And so we have pylons dug way into the ground, put a platform on top of that, use that to build the base for the place. And it is amazing because the airflow it creates is phenomenal. Not only that, we have not raped the land. Like, this land does not feel like a construction site. It's amazing. And there are some places where we did have to move topsoil, but that's just for the larger buildings because they need a firmer foundation. But the way it feels here is phenomenal. It doesn't feel like a construction site. And not only that, but my ADHD just kicked in. Darn it. So what it's doing is, it's actually, see, the birds are happy for it. What it's doing is it's actually creating in connection with nature. The other thing that we said was no tree is to be cut down, okay? And there are some trees that we moved that were smaller trees, but none of the big trees are to be cut down because nature knew what it was doing when it built this place. And those trees contribute to the energy here. And there's a sense of communion. And so a couple of concepts that I wanted to bring into your world as I'm having this conversation is that there is always a greater possibility that will create greater for you, create greater for the world, and allow you to prosper energetically, prosper financially. But what we've got to do is we've got to get used to exploring those possibilities, okay? And how do we do that? By asking questions like, what is possible beyond this reality that I never thought was possible? Or what choices do I have here that are beyond this reality that I thought were not possible? And what choices can I make that nobody else can? Because you have unique awarenesses interacting with you in the world that allow you to have a unique set of choices available, and not just a set, but a unique universe of choices available that others may not get. In fact, others probably don't. And you probably made yourself wrong because nobody else got it. And then you stop choosing. You get what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I wanted to present is the possibility that what's actually occurring in the world right now is opening up a space where there is space. I've talked about this for a while, where the space is now. Oh, by the way, on possibilities, my new podcast, The Possibility Explorer, is out. I hope you've listened. If not, you can go to thepossibilityexplorer.com. You can check it out, or on my website, whatever. Just wanted you to know, since we're talking about possibilities, that's basically the whole point of the conversation, darling. But also to give you these questions and give you the awareness of what else is possible that we've never considered. Like, truly, what else is possible that we've never considered? And when you go forward in the creation and the pursuit of your dreams and desires, it's like take this place, for example. The buildings are getting built quicker because we're not destroying the earth. The earth feels way more alive than any construction site I've ever been on. It's actually easier. We found a way to make it easier than the typical construction building that they have in Costa Rica. And people are actually starting to come here and go, wait, we want to do this where we are. I'm like, you should. It's amazing. That is the possibility, where things just get greater and greater. We tend to think there's got to be a trade-off. If I have something nice and I'm going to have something less over in this other area, or if this thing makes me, if it's easy to do, then it won't create much, or if I can do it, then I can't make money at it, or like, we have these weird trade-offs. What if you didn't have to anymore? And one of the conversations I've been having with people a lot lately is about money, and about creating money from being you, and introducing this concept to people that the way to actually create money sustainably is to create it from consciousness and from being you, and that has different aspects than a lot of what we've been taught and a lot of what we bought that creating money required. And I've got a couple classes coming up. If you're interested, the information will be in the description below. But I wanted to bring that up because if you're somebody who's having any kind of money stress right now, it may be an invitation to look at things differently. What I found in this journey of possibilities, this journey of consciousness called Access Consciousness, is that anytime you're stressed, anytime something isn't working, anytime something is wonky, there's a way to change it that will make it work out greater. And that way is always by getting to what is true for you, and also seeing what other people are choosing and how and why and what's actually underneath. And then things just change. They become different. So I just want to present that possibility to you, that there are many more possibilities available now. I have said possibilities a lot during this particular conversation. But really, now is the space. Now is the space for possibilities. Now is the space for a reality beyond this reality. Now is the space to no longer be the effect of this reality. Now is the space to no longer be the effect of the mean, fighting, destructive people that think they have the power. No, they don't, unless you give it to them. And creating your reality is the greatest way to not be the effect of anyone or anything who might want to limit you or stop you ever again. So, I do realize I've been a little bit all over the place. There is so much more I want to say. Cannot wait for the conversations that are coming up in the future, but also these classes I'll be facilitating where I'm going to get some of this stuff out of my head and actually talk to people about it. And please, and I didn't tell you, I got a TV show. Ooh, very excited. And I was very sedate during the TV show. I was very like, let me talk to you as though I'm somewhat normal, except I'm not. But, I tried. And it's on Iconic Media. We'll put the information for that down below also. So please go check that out. And you can check out the first 2 episodes of it on globalbarsday.com. Starts 2 hours into the presentation. They were kind enough to let us leave those there so that you can check them out. And please, so many possibilities ahead. Explore, my beautiful friends. Have way too much fun. And I look forward to seeing you again. And what if you, truly being you, with the awareness of possibilities, the awareness that now is the space for those, and the courage to choose differently, to create a different life living in reality, and create a different world, are the gift the change and the possibility this world requires. You are. I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you for being. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.